Second match of the day from the Pathum Thani Stadium in AFC Champions League Group G is Jeonnam Dragons, the 2021 Korean Cup winners, versus the champions of the Philippines, United City FC from New Clark City. And the Dragons may still roar in this section. The goalless draw earlier between Melbourne City and BG Pathum United means the door is left ajar just for a finish of second place in this group for Jeonnam. If they inflict a fifth straight defeat on United City and can manage to beat BG United in their last match, it's a long shot, but stranger things have happened. There's absolutely no doubt they'll be up for this against the team who, sadly for United City, have assumed the mantle of whipping boys in the section. Still very, very hot here, 33 degrees Celsius as we approach 9 p.m. in the evening, just north of the Thai capital, Bangkok, in Pathum Thani. This match will complete the penultimate round of fixtures in Group G as the group stage across the western and eastern zones nears its conclusion. 39 teams having started out with the idea that displacing Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia would be a very nice thing to achieve. It hasn't happened for United City, whose a title win back home in the Philippines back in 2020 is what qualified them for this competition. Effectively a nomination from the Philippines FA because the National League in 2021 was cancelled because of COVID. That 2020 title win meant that they were in last season's Champions League. Didn't survive the group then, but did get a win at least against the Beijing Guoan. But nothing so far this year for United City. Jeonnam here today and Melbourne on Saturday provide the last opportunities to avoid a whitewash in this year's competition. Jeonnam Dragons. They'll start as the favourites here, have to win to have any hope of butting into the qualification conversation. So we shall see if they're up to the challenge. Wall-to-wall defeat so far for United City. BG Pathum United with a pair of victories against this opposition, 3-1 and 5-0. Melbourne City beat them by 3-0, and in the first match 12 days ago, Jeonnam managed to win by a single goal. Leonard Pllana, the Kosovo international, slotted home right at the end. They've never managed to recover from that 87th minute goal conceded against the Dragons of United City. But the pressure is off a little out of the running for qualification, so maybe they can find a little bit of inspiration now the shackles are removed. But Jeonnam have to lock in, making history as a second division side, competing in this season's AFC Champions League, still languishing in K2, but that brilliant cup final win has qualified them for this competition. Domestic cup winners across Asia get a ticket into the continental big time, the AFC Champions League, in its 20th year in its current incarnation. All the way back in 2002-03 when the AFC rebranded this tournament, but in one guise or another the leading Asian clubs have played for the continental title since 1967. The Asian Clubs Championship it was called then. Hapoel Tel Aviv won the first as well against the Malaysians Selangor, but it's Al Hilal, the 2021 champions, who won their fourth title in Riyadh late last year with a victory over Pohang Steelers in the final, who are the team to chase. Al Hilal, Saudi giants, already one of the teams assured of a spot in the knockout stages. It's just the group winners who go through, the 10 group winners, and then the best 3 runners-up from each of the 5 groups in the Western and Eastern Zone. 7 teams have booked their place through in the West region. No one has the luxury of being able to take their foot off the pedal in the Eastern Zone. Still BG Pathum in this section, who are in pole position. They're in control of the group, but Jeonnam Dragons still have a say. There are 8 changes from the last match, which was a 1-1 draw with Melbourne. They got a late equaliser there. Kacharava has kept them in the hunt. He wears 9. So the Dragons with multiple changes, perhaps using some of the fringe players here. The coach John Kyong. It's just Kim Tae-hyun, Jung Sung-min, Kim Da-sol who remain from that Melbourne City fixture. So the officials are from Oman and Kyrgyzstan. Ghasir Mata Al-Hatmi is the referee, assisted by Nasser Ambusaidi and Sergei Grishenko. Multiple changes too made by Jason With, the United City FC coach. 7 in all, so it's a new look striking partnership. Kieran Hayes and Marcel Ivan Uwano, just at 23 and 22 respectively, prompted by Andreas Esfine, the German-born attack-minded midfielder. They have a Canadian in goal in Matty Silva. This is a young team who are just finding their feet in this continental competition. But they'd love to avoid a whitewash. It might happen. Well, Mark Hartman there, wearing 24, United City, responsible for their only goal in this section. That was in the match with BG Pathum United, the 3-1 defeat. Still so hot and sticky here in Thailand. Interesting format in this year's AFC Champions League. You're going to have to wait 10 months for the overall final. The Eastern Zone knockout stages will take place in August. The back end of the Western Zone competition, well, it'll all happen in February. That's Jeonnam Dragons gunning for a further piece of history in this season's AFC Champions League. They're against the weakest opposition in the group, but multiple changes can backfire. Kim Tae-hyun and Jung Sung-min will marshal the midfield. So they will hope that there's precious little disruption. .45 there, Jung Sung-min, the 21-year-old, will get us underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Off we go in Pathum Thani. Jeonnam Dragons in yellow against United City, Korea Republic versus Philippines in Thailand. Group G of the 2022-23 AFC Champions League. 10th match on this pitch in 12 days, 22 goals scored in this section so far, although none earlier in the goalless draw between the group's top 2. PG Pathum United and Melbourne City. There's an early issue. And it was a late change to the starting 11, to the published team list, actually. Lee Kyu-hyuk in for Choi Seo-jing, scorer of one of their goals in the section. Lee Kyu-hyuk, the 16th minute goal against the Melbourne City. That was in the first match between those two. The second, the last Jeonnam played, was that 1-1 draw, with 2 goals squashed in just before the end. And Melbourne thought they'd won it, and then Kacharava pounced on a goalkeeping mistake. Early pressure, and Silva has to punch clear for United City. As Jeonnam put their foot to the floor from the very first moments here. So a good start, absolutely essential for United City. And that was a foul on Esfine, the 25-year-old. Hayes and Marcelivan Uwano playing a little bit further forward. So that's the coach of Jeonnam Dragons, looking to make further history. John Kyung-jun, forever be a club legend for steering them to the cup final win last year, but promotion back to the top flight, the K1 League, is the priority for this team. Kim Tae-hyun. Is it Lee Hoo Kwon? And then Jung Min. Looking to stretch United City right from the get-go here. Good ball in by Lee, and it was met by Kacharava, but he didn't know too much about it. It cleared that defender at the back post, rather hit Kacharava. Didn't quite get his laces through it, the Georgian international, and it's brought on by Jung Seung-min. '99, Lee Jung-min. He's on loan from Seongnam. His first start in the group here. And Jeonnam, the attempt is to set up camp early in the United City half of the field. And touch on by the player wearing 30 there, Han Ho Kwang, on the right-hand side of this back three for Jeonnam. Out of play, Jason With, the son of Aston Villa's European Cup winning striker Peter With, coached several teams across Southeast Asia before landing at United City 13 months ago. And certainly they're used to dominating at home, United City, but the step up, as is always the case around the various confederations, is where you like to elevate yourself to true legendary status. Not happened in this particular season for United City. A little ball around the corner from Lee Hoo Kwon. Defending to be done in the opening stages here by United City. So 77 is Kim Tae-hyun. They're a well-organised team. It's Kim's second year. Jeon Sung-min. This one of 3 simultaneous kickoffs around the various Eastern Zone groups. No offside, and the attempt by Lee Hyo-kyuk, fielded by Silva. It was perhaps a bit lackadaisical. He could have taken it on there. Flag stayed down, and he's not particularly made the goalkeeper work there, Lee. Esvine looking to play in Marcel Ivan Uano. It might be a long old night for Kieran Hayes and Marcel Ivan Uano up there. That's Hayes giving chase to the man in possession. And then the long diagonal. It was a good ball to Lee Jung-min. If he can keep it in, yes he can. He pulls it to the near post. And well dealt with. Only for so long though. It's Han Ho Kang. And then Jeon Sung-min operating at the base of that midfield for the Jeonnam Dragons. Shutting down the man in possession. The South African there, Alan Robertson, who got it away. They've got a Canadian in there, a South African, a Tajikistan league winner with Istiklal in Amirbek Jarabayev in midfield for United City. And not conceding early, the absolute necessity here for the Philippines team, the winners of the last 4 the Philippines titles. Jarabayev. Pass was intended for Pasholo Burgas on the left-hand side, one of the youngsters at just 20. Kim Tae-hyun. And the challenge on Ivan Uano. No spell of possession to be enjoyed by United City. Haven't had the ball much in the opening 8 and a bit, nearly 9 minutes here. Only 9 games old, the second division in Korea. They basically play a double season. They play the other 10 teams home and away twice. Lee Kyo-hyuk twisting and turning, tries to get away from the fullback, and the fullback towards Jeon Sung-min. Snuffed out. And the pass up and over. Picked up by Jarabayev. Jeonnam have won it back. No great surprise the way this match has started, the way it's shaping up. Jeonnam having plenty of the ball. (16) The 31-year-old Lee Hoo-kwon. Kacharava. Treads on the ball, Kacharava. Just to scrap in and win it back ahead of William Grayson. Had no right to pick that up again. Kacharava. Decent recovery, although they pressed them all the way back into their own half there, United City. Han Ho Kwang. John Seung Min. Sandwich over the top, but tries to key into the runner. Not quite. Lee Jung-min had made the run. So Pashalo Burgas, 14 Hikaru Minageshi. Now this player in this United City team at 30. Left-sided player Minageshi wearing 14. Here he is. Well, I suppose they can do that all night, really. The team from the Philippines. This is better from United City. A decent run into enemy territory as well. The shot takes a scuff on the way through and it rolls behind, but the first little sortie there from any United City player from the right-hand side. Kurt Dizon just deciding to put his head down and go for it. The defence briefly split, didn't it? Evan Owano there, the furthest forward, wearing 17 for United City. Just straight into an offside position. Kim Tae-hyun. Gacharava. Ball lifted over the top. Well, he didn't necessarily need to make contact there, the Minageshi, but he did, and it's a corner. Well, it's another year of centralised venues, hove approach to Champions League, brought on by the pandemic, but it's good that supporters, limited numbers naturally, are allowed back in the grounds. Jeon Seung-min, at just 21, and lays the ball back. Cross came in from Choi Ho-jung. Where's it going to drop? Somebody needs to put their foot on the ball here. Robertson, who taps it backwards. The pressure on the United City player in possession. Lifted over the top. Well, that wasn't bad in the circumstances from Kieran Hayes. The precious little option on the left-hand side, so he spun and picked out Kurt Dizon. Minageshi. Unable to work the combination. Kim Tae-hyun, who got in between there. This is Robertson. Jordan Jarvis, the Hong Kong-born right back at 23. Very young United City team. Hayes 23, Jarvis 23. And Burgas down the left here at 20. But this is invaluable experience. It's actually a 9th straight year in continental competition of one form or another for United City. They've been at the top of the pile in terms of Filipino domestic football since their first title win. Dizon, oh, he's done well there. A little ball around the corner to Kieran Hayes, the product of the youth academy at Nottingham Forest. Hayes wearing 8 there, shutting down the player in possession. And Ho Kang, lovely drop of the shoulder there from Lee Jung-min, who's away down the right-hand side, pulls it back to Kacharava. And well, the intention was just to work it again into Jung-min. No foul, like Lee Jung-min had just made contact, tapped the ball into space, tried to just nip round his opposite number to retrieve, nothing doing. Robertson is in the middle there with William Grierson for United City. Minageshi. Back for Robertson. Can't find Jordan Jarvis. Well, he was an assistant to the national coaches of Thailand, Indonesia, Jason With. At a number of clubs in Thailand, Bangkok Bank, Home United. And Tero Sasana, the Thai Premier League champions. Before taking up the mantle at United City. A team from New Clark City, a planned community in the Clark Special Economic Zone in the Philippines, central Luzon region. Great last-ditch challenge. Oh, just as Jeon Sung-min was about to pull the trigger. Pllana, who can't hold the ball up. That's the problem, really, for United City in that transition. Very well soaking up the pressure, just moving it through the midfield players, but playing in the forwards is the issue. Not for the first time, they're in behind here, Jeonnam Dragons. And he just tried to square it there into Lee Jung-min. Did Kim Tae-hyun. High line again, being exposed. United City playing high up the pitch, attempting the offside, not getting it right. Yellow card for Kieran Hayes. That's why. Leading with the studs and was late. A wrong decision in the circumstances, wasn't it? To slip it across. Robertson had read the situation. He could have just nicked it round the outside, taking the keeper out of the game there. Lee Hoo Kwon Jeonnam forced back.
Up again, up again! Up, dangerous line! Dangerous line!
And Hu Kwang. Extra man in midfield there, Kim Tae-hyun. So unable to move it on. The physicality of Ivan Iwano there, announcing itself. But Jeonnam have the ball back again. Lee Hu Kwon. In Chan-wul. There's the foul. Just a little clumsy there on Lim Chan-wul. Well, free kick taker and potential receivers. Nowhere near in anything like synchronicity there. Midway point in the first half. 0-0 is the score between Jeonnam Dragons and United City here. Twelve goals conceded by United City in their first 4 matches. It's a single goal in their favour. Haven't presented much of an attacking threat so far tonight. Possession heavily against them in the previous matches in the group, as you may expect. Still nobody sure yet of their place in the knockout round from the Eastern Zone. And the Western Zone being staged in Saudi Arabia, we have our first qualifiers. In Chan-wul, away down the left-hand side. Out wide here for Iwano. Where's the support? He needs Hayes to get up alongside him. And that's a painful one. But turnover in possession, a little bit of pace moving the ball over halfway for United City. And it may be a little bit of attacking threat can be uncovered from somewhere. Into the midriff, isn't it, of Choi Ho-jong. From Ivan Iwano. Properly taking the wind out of his sails, Choi. The veteran centre-half, formerly of Daegu, who were competing elsewhere in this AFC Champions League campaign. Corner here for United City. Four in the area, 4 potential targets here for the outswinging corner, and it was into Iwano. Yeah, can't either help it on or try and test Kim Da-sul there. Nothing wrong with the ball in. Sharabayev bending it away from the goalkeeper. Kajarava hoisted over the top first time. And one in the air by Lee Jung-min, but it's gone astray. Jordan Jarvis. As they go backwards through William Grayson for Robertson. Wano came short. Other than that, very little option but to move it sideways. Eswine. His touch just let him down a bit there, and in the end he was playing catch-up. Loose challenge in the end from Eswine. Brought in Briscoe in Germany to a Filipino mother and a German father. That's a take on the fullback. Kim, he does well. Gets the return too, tries to skip in field. Jarvis gets the foot in. The Kajarava, the target far post. And they will retrieve it with Jung-min. He gets it back to Kajarava and just tried to tee himself up and then couldn't get anything on the shot. Wrap his leg around it. Burgas then gets it clear. That was almost a little loose. Hayes will chase this down. Lee Hu Kwon. Han Ko Kang. Now we're past Minageshi for Lee Jung-min. First start for Lee Jung-min. 45 minutes in the first match, on loan from Seongnam. And the players being used as sparingly as possible in this group stage. Han Ho Hwang. Lin Cham-wol. 45, Jeon Sung-min. Finally tries the diagonal. Lee just trying to stretch to keep the attack going. Unable to do so. And as we approach the half-hour mark here. No score in Pathum Thani. Yeah, 65% possession for Jeonnam Dragons, but they've done nothing with it. Been in behind on 2 occasions, but the finishing hasn't been there. Passing wasn't there. United City. Han. And Lee back to Ha. And John gives him an option in the middle. Lin Chan-wol. And Kokang. Back to Lim. No. They're staying at their stations there at the back, United City. A little bit of extra craft hasn't been there for Jeonnam Dragons, who wrote a new page in Korean footballing history December last year when they became the first second division side to win Korea's FA Cup. They beat Daegu in a two-legged final. They actually won it on away goals. It finished 4-4 on aggregate. Juraboev looking to move through the gears. Little lay off there from Hayes. Choi Ho-jong. There's Lee. That's fine. Useful pass. Burgas took it down well. Pachalo Burgas. A little weave, a strong arm stuff, but fair strong arm stuff from Han Ho-kang. Kim Tae-hyun has Lee on the outside. Kim still going, finally uses Lee. First time cross swung in by Lee Hoo-kwon. Almost dropped for Kacharava. He may still get there here, the Georgian. And Kacharava is able to spin. Got enough on the shot to mean that it needed blocking, needed poking away. Nika Kacharava. His first year he was in Cyprus with Athanasis before moving to Jeonnam at the start of the year. But it looks like Jason Wyth is being forced into a first half change here. Not the ideal outcome for any coach. As we approach the final 10 minutes of the first half, United City defending the corner. Oh, stooping header, Lee Jung-min, right in front of the goalkeeper, Silva. Yeah, hits him too early, really. Can't adjust, can he? It sort of comes in a little behind him. And it can't get back around and over it. So another kind of half opening there goes begging for Jeonnam Dragons. So the player on, Major Dean Ibal. Shame for Burgas. Straight switch on the left-hand side here. John. Back to Choi. Lee. Kacharava came short. Couldn't help it on. We see Tika Kacharava in that kit and the physique. There's such of the Jan Kollers at Borussia Dortmund about him, isn't there? He's certainly in that giant striker mould. Ebal, good ball. Really useful that, into Minageshi. Bit of composure needed, Minageshi just clips it. Away as far as Lim. Difficult to bring the ball under his spell there. He kind of got away from Jarvis, but not S-Fine. And then Gion takes over. Kacharava plays it into the channel. No one reading it. No, you just don't know what's around the corner in football, do you? Kacharava, he started this season playing the Europa Conference League for Anathosis. Couple of touches there for the big Georgian. He's rocked up in Poland and Russia a while back, since starting out with Dynamo Tbilisi, the leading club back home in Georgia. Juraboev. Choi. John. And for Lee, and working it there with Kacharava. And Lee just can't shake off Juraboev. He does well, in fairness, just to put it out wide to Lee Kyu-hyuk. Shot over the top. Well, it's worth a cut inside, the little check back, drop of the shoulder, and then see if his luck was in. Just gave himself half a yard and then fizzes the shot a little too high, just over Matti Silva's crossbar. Juraboev. There's a little bit more abandon now about United City. Ibal. Minageshi. Back for Ibal, who started the last match, by the way. Back in the team here. Injury enforced after Burgas had to be replaced. Now Robertson. Hayes. Juraboev. That's fine. Juraboev, yeah, just draws the foul. A little bit of impatience there from Jeonnam Dragons in the middle of the park. Lee Hu Kwon with the foul, still on the toes there of Juraboev. He's going to take it as well, Amibek Juraboev. Minageshi, they stood off from the free kick there, Jeonnam Dragons. Ebal drags it in. Daisy cutter of a cross. That's fine for Juraboev. Minageshi. That's fine. Grierson. And the flick on from the South African Robertson. Well, better in the last couple of minutes for United City. Well, that was loose. Goalkeeper has to commit, and does. Hayes almost latching onto that. Any complacency likely to be punished from Jeonnam Dragons here. Lee Hu Kwon. Lee Jung Min. And they're going to go back for the free kick. Lee Hu Kwon caught late, just after he'd let the ball go. And Bale leading with that left arm. Lee Hu Kwon. You would think the urgency has been a problem for John Kyung-jun, the Jeonnam Dragons coach, in the first half. I wonder if we're going to see just a raising of the level, a raising of the pace at which they set about trying to break down United City in the second half. Remember, it's the last chance saloon time for Jeonnam Dragons in this group. They have to win both this match and their final fixture against BG Pathum United on Saturday to have any hope of finishing second. They can't win the group now, but qualification still a possibility. Kacharava flicks it on. And they resort to the long ball, hit over the top for Lim Chang-woo to the chase there, and Lim able to get it back to Choi. And then it comes square for Jong. No, too high. Probably sums up the way that things have gone really for Jeonnam in this first half. Looking good, but the end product not of the requisite quality. Jeon Sung-min.
There will be 1 minute of added time.
One of the youngsters at 21. No goal yet for Jeonnam Dragons. He felt it might have been opening up there. An extra minute at the end of this first half here in Pathum Thani. Well, going to be an interesting team talk now for John Kyung-jun. Grayson stubs it over the top. That's out for a throw-in. That's that for the first half. No goals in either of the matches at the Pathum Thani stadium thus far. Earlier it was 0-0 between Melbourne City and BG Pathum United, and after the first 45 No breakthrough for Jeonnam or United City here. You would think there has to be a lift in the quality from Jeonnam, who can still potentially qualify for the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League this season. But their end product has to be a lot better. But credit United City, who have more than held their own in that first half. At the midway point, Jeonnam Dragons 0, United City FC 0. Couple of changes at the break here for United City. Nothing to lose now at this late stage in the section. Just a match and a half to go. And we're seeing the scorer of United City's only goal in this group phase so far, Mark Hartman, coming on, along with, by the looks of things there, Kenshiro Daniels. Yep, so Hikaru Menegeshi at 30 has lasted just a half here. Alan Robertson, the South African captain of United City, wants another big effort here in this second half. Of course he does. Away we go then, second half in Pathum Thani. A stalemate in the first 45 between Jeonnam Dragons and United City FC. Jeonnam have to go for it here. Nothing but a win will keep them still in the hunt for a place in the last 16 of this season's AFC Champions League. We're into the knockout stages after the group preliminary round finishes, and we're into the last few days actually of the group stage, which has occupied us for the last 3.5 weeks. 116 matches all told in the Western Zone in Saudi Arabia, and here in the Eastern Zone in Ho Chi Minh City. Two cities here in Thailand, Pathum Thani and Buriram, and a group in Malaysia as well. A bumper day, as well as 6 matches in the Eastern Zone. The final 4 matches in the Western Zone in Saudi Arabia will be played later on. It's been a delight to have your company throughout this compact group phase. And we've seen teams manage to book their way through. Al Shabab, Fulad, Al Duhail, Shabab Al Ahli, Al Hilal, Al Ryan, Al Faisali. That from the Western Zone. Early sighter in the second half, forcing Silva down to his right, but a straightforward enough claim from Liu Kwan's attempt. Well, this is a problem for Hayes. 2 rash challenges, one before half-time, one at the very start of the second, and that is a nightmare for United City. It's Kieran Hayes. He knew from the moment he lunged in and there was contact what was coming. Well, they'd set themselves up really well in the first half, acquitted themselves excellently, but now it is a huge task to take on Jeonnam Dragons for almost the entirety of this second half with just 10 men. That's a real shame for United City. Well, the best laid plans and all that. Well, he loses possession, doesn't he? The initial player, Daniels, and then there's contact from Hayes thereafter. Well, you can only do so much as a coach. A 50-year-old Scouser, he'll be philosophical about it. Will Jason With? Of course he will, there's no option. But that's a major plus point now for Jeonnam Dragons, who need this victory to take the group to the final match day. I feel sure we're going to see a fresh impetus here from the team in yellow. Lim Chan Wall going to be backs to the wall now, as Hartman will be the furthest forward by the looks of things, with Ivan Iwano in behind him. The challenge was on Ho Kang. from Hayes. That's what got him into trouble. Three matches happening right now across the Eastern Zone groups. Three completed earlier. First match of the day was Ulsan Hyundai, so Korea Republic getting off to a good start in terms of their teams in this competition today. A brilliant win against Kawasaki Frontale, the runaway leaders in Japan. Better news though for Japan, with Urawa Reds absolutely tonking Lion City Sailors. We've had a great tournament nevertheless. Tournament debutants from Singapore, 6-0 that one finished. We had the 0-0 on this pitch earlier between Patum and Melbourne. Goalkeeper has to prod away at the near post. Katerava might take over. They've got bodies down inside the penalty area. They've continued coming forward here, Jeonnam, and eventually, well, did he put it straight out, or was it just a wayward cross? Colliding bodies. Just the surface. Water on the pitch there, helping the defender Grierson slide into the Korean player. Now then, Leonard Pllana scored earlier in this group, did Pllana, and it was the winner in the first match between these two teams, the one that opened it up. 25-year-old Kosovan Pllana, born in Mitrovica. In for their K2 campaign. He was a former assistant to a number of head coaches for the South Korea national team, John Kyung-jun. And he has further options off the bench if things continue to go not as planned here. Flick on there for Uano to chase down. Choi gets it away. Pllana, as the player fouled, understandably wanted to get on with it quickly. And they have to just take it short. Another late collision. This is getting very scrappy and disjointed now, and we're only 7 minutes into the second half. Well, indeed, that's the right approach from our Omani referee, just to calm it down, says Kazim Al-Hatmi. Choi looks for Kacherava. Can't extend. Control the ball, hold it up, Kacherava. Juraboev there. Silva, the goalkeeper. Good foot in there on Esfine, but it's picked up in turn from Juraboev. Running deep at the heart of Jeonnam. Passes a little too heavy and ahead of Uano. But just a little reminder of the threat that they can pose when you have someone running from deep like Amirbek Juraboev. He's decent enough on the ball, the four-time winner of the Tajikistan Championship with Istiklal. Choi Janwon. Quick ball, up and over the top by Lee Kyui-hyuk. Robertson gets back. Good cover. Uwano. A quick step on him, and Kurt Dizon there. Tries to just trick it round the defender. Kacharaba getting the better of Jarvis. And Lim Chan-wol, a cute little ball inside the fullback as well. Kim Tae-hyun tries to get there and then slides in on Jarvis. In fact, it's Hartman, in fairness. Scratchy and scrappy. Hartman, he's only been on the field for just over 10 minutes. He's determined to add a little bit more presence to this United City performance. Required even more so now they're down to 10. Wasn't that much wrong there, was there, from Sato Yuhei? That expression says it all. Almost snuck onto the pitch, Sato Yuhei. So the looks of things for Lee Kyui-hyuk. 3-on-2, they've got themselves into trouble, United City, and the breakthrough is provided finally. Would you believe it, it's Pllana again. Second goal of the group for him. Super sub, super moment for Jeonnam. They are breathing fire again in AFC Champions League Group G. Against the 10 men. 12 minutes into the second half, and this resistance is broken from United City. Ruthlessly punished, first by the through ball, and then by the finish from the substitute. Silva, no chance. 1-0. And you fear now, really, for United City. It's a horrible mistake because he's had a great game. The 25-year-old Kosovan, Leonard Pllana, scored 3 minutes from time in the first match with United City. That was the decisive goal. Well, there's more time tonight to cushion this out for Jeonnam Dragons. They won't want to rely on this slender deficit. But finally, the goal that sees them back in the hunt to qualify. Yeah, well, he's on a warning, Hartman. Born in Southampton. Mark Hartman. Again, a journeyman career, really, before coming to United City last year. 30 now. I just needed the one chance. Now then, a different approach required, so Kachiraba is going to be replaced here by Park In Hyuk. So like for like, the striker comes in at 26, Park. There's the nominated first choice penalty taker, Park. And has that priceless asset of a little bit of experience of European football in his back catalogue. They zigzag their way through, that's well played. Pllana, the way down the right-hand side. Oh, he just overran it. Looking to just play in the runner there, John. But Pllana has given them a level of composure that was perhaps lacking before half-time. Scored the breakthrough goal, and on another day would have had an assist there. We've passed the hour mark now. First goal of the day in Group G of this AFC Champions League after the goalless draw earlier between Melbourne and BG Pathum. Uwano. He's managed to feed it square there. Daniels. Hartman. Jeroboev. Straight at the goalkeeper from Daniels, but there was a good deal of power and conviction behind that shot. Why not have a go? Swinging viciously. Either side of Kim Da-sol, and he and his team would have had a problem. Still might be one. It's a corner to defend here. There is the corner. But reinforcements there, wearing yellow. Jarvis should be the goalkeepers, is the goalkeepers. Quick distribution as well, as they look to make the most of this extra space now, afforded to them by their numerical advantage. Lee Kyu-hyuk tucks it back for Sato Yuhei. And then Pllana, the goal scorer. Two 18s coming together, that's the substitute Park. Again, that's given away. Dizon in to rescue the situation. Hartman. Grierson. Well, increasingly short of options now. And look at the room. It's Pllana away. It's Lim in so much room. It's Lim! He's bent it wide. Oh, great chance not taken. Pllana, again, in oceans of space on the right-hand side. The two of them queuing up here. It's Liam who tries to bend it deliberately inside that far post. Well, will they come to rue it? Lim Chan-wul with a golden chance to double Jeonnam's money. Great run by Kim. A spill by the goalkeeper, turned back across by Sato. The flag was up. It's becoming a little bit ominous now, isn't it, for United City? It's strayed there, Sato Yuhei. Just trying to spin there onto the rebound, the Japanese player. Picked up by Jeroboev. Squeezes wide. Again, the room, the space, it's all opening up. A little pass inside the fullback. Doesn't quite reach Lee. But a commitment here to go for the jugular, unsurprisingly, for Jeonnam Dragons. Well, it will be quite a story if they can survive the group stage. You just never know, do you, when we get into knockout football, what can be produced. There's no doubt that Korea Republic have a fantastic heritage in this competition down the years. The 20th year of the competition in its current format, but it's been going in one form or another since the late 60s. The competition for the leading clubs, the title winners, the cup winners across the Asian Confederation. 6 different clubs from Korea Republic have won the Champions League or Asian Champions Clubs Cup title. The most successful side are Pohang Steelers, 3 victories, and they were in the final last year, only to lose to Al Hilal. The Jeonbuk Motors have won the cup. Wilson Hyundai, as recently as 2020, actually. The C1 Samsung Blue Wings. Even Busan as far back as 1986. Pllana. Great run here by Pllana. Oh, he just tried to beat one man too many. It was Jeroboev back there helping out Robertson. And Robertson has to get back into position quickly. Here's Park. And the step over and the entanglement there with Grayson. That all looked a little accidental, in fairness. He gets away from Jarvis to begin with. Oof. Runs in to Kurt Dizon. No blame either way there. And in terms of the wider picture for the Korea Republic in this year's competition, despite an indifferent start, it looks like they'll be getting all their clubs through. 2 of them had to qualify, by the way. Another change is going to be made here. Mike Rigoberto Ott, the next player to Try and do something off the bench. Attacking midfield player. Yeah, so Uwano out. Ott is on. Club captain, Michael, Munich born. Another roll of the dice as well with Simon Lingbo. So Lingbo is, that last character in the name suggests, has Scandinavian heritage. Born in berth in Norway. Second month at the club here. A bit of European experience. Background to try and help them in this campaign. It all might have been so different had Kieran Hayes not been sent off at the start of the second half here. As it is, they are just still a single goal adrift, United City. But I'm afraid it's very much hoping for a well-constructed counter-attack or perhaps a mistake from Jeonnam Dragons here in the final 20 minutes. Lee Ho-Kwon, early cross, is eventually transferred into the central area for Park, but put out behind. Kim Tae-hyun with the run. There's the Jeonnam corner. He's aiming for the head of Choi Jin-won there. Well defended. Ott. There's the foot in. Well, an interesting heritage. He's 27, born in Munich. Mike Rigoberto Gelito Ott. Younger brother of Manuel. The two are internationals for the Philippines national side. Manuel, who plays for Terengganu in Malaysia. We'll try and chase this down. No, just snuffed out. Choi Jin-won will try and start another attack here for Jeonnam Dragons. Up against Ted Men, you have to use the range of options available to you. 5 changes allowed in these AFC Champions League group stages. You had Barlott, Daniels, Hartman and Lingbo all on now. Fresh legs for United City. Lee Ho-Kwon. Sato Yuhei. The Japanese midfielder, Lee Ho-Kwon. Yuhei to Lee Kyu-hyuk. And then Yuhei again. Nice idea. Jeonnam. Just played that a little behind the wide player, Kurt Dizon. Very little Dizon could do about that. Choi Jin-won. There's the runner. They elect to keep it tight on this near side. Lee Kyu-hyuk snuffed out. Distribution needs to be good. It needs to be done at pace. A little behind Ibal. Cut back to Hartman. And tries to involve Jeonnam here. He's well forward. The Tajiki tried to win the corner by hitting it against Han Ho Kang. That didn't pan out. Yuhei. There's the space. There's the wide player as well in Lee Kyu-hyuk. But credit United City getting back. Lee Kyu-hyuk tries to steer that ball over the top goalward. Silva gathers it, starts it again for United City. Daniels, Ott. Hartman. Lingbo. Just showed too much of it there to Lim Chan-wol. Yeah, well played. Robertson taking it on. And he's carried on his run as well. Alan Robertson. And there's the ball in towards Ott. No, he won't get there. Through for Kim Da-sul. Less than a quarter of an hour remains in Pathum. We are just north of Bangkok here. The home ground of PHI, Pathum United. Host team in this group. That convenient quirk. And the team that came out of the workers' team for Bangkok Glass, that's where the BG comes from. Lim Chan-wol, no, snuffed out. There's a little ball for Jeonnam. It's Choi Jin-won who wins it back. Then helped on by Lee Hoo-kwon. Pllana. Yuhei. Lim Chan-wol. A blind pass, still full of running here. The Jeonnam Dragons. And that's the ball into Lee Jung-min. Given away. Oh, they can't keep possession at all, it seems. United City, not in terms of moving it over halfway and trying to build something. Staring down the barrel at another defeat. It would be their 5th straight in this group. Lim Chan-wol, Pllana, Lee Hoo-kwon, Choi Jin-won. The defence was slow to react. Get up, says the referee. I'm not impressed at all there with the tumble. It's Lee Kyu-hyuk. Well, then can they build something? United City. It's Ott who's come to pick the ball up. A couple of yellow shirts get round him. Hartmann. Dizon. Thou shalt not pass, says Lim Chan-wol. Lee Seong-yeol now. So Lim Chan-wol will play no further part. This is the 31-year-old Lee Seok-hyun. And Lee Kyu-hyuk goes off as well. Lee Seok-hyun and Lee Seong-yeol then on for the last 10 minutes, the last push, just to see them over the line. Both coaches now have made the full use of the substitutions, 5 apiece. There goes a runner, Lee Seong-yeol. First involvement, or at least attempt at involvement. Second year with Jeonnam. Robertson. Frustrating that, because they had good territory, an opportunity to do something. And certainly, well, Alt there had just dropped away from the defender, had come short. And Ibal played the ball into space where he thought Alt was going to be, rather than where he actually was. Undoubtedly, a really resolute display was undermined, as far as United City were concerned tonight, by the red card showed to Kieran Hayes. It upset everything that Jason With had arranged for the second half here. Oh, mistake by the goalkeeper. This could wrap it up. There's a skip round the goalkeeper, and one of the best goal line saves you're going to see all season. That was brilliant from Grierson. That should have been 2-0. That should have been the match wrapped up. Well, initially, Silva tries to scoop the ball back to Robertson. It's Park who skips around the goalkeeper and is very casual. He could have made sure. He should have made sure. Well, will that give them a bit of a lift here? There is time to get an equaliser. The advantage is a slender one at 1-0. Hartmann plays the ball in. It's away as far as Pllana. It's a good first touch. And Pllana races away. Oh, had he been able to keep it in, there were two racing up down the middle there for Jeonnam Dragons. And it would have been another opportunity to try and see this home. Strains every sinew to try and keep that in play there. Leonard Pllana unable to do so, but he's a really useful player, isn't he? And knows where the goal is as well. with 2 strikes now in this section for Jeonnam Dragons. Will it be enough to win this match and to complete another 1-0 win for the Dragons over United City in this AFC Champions League group? So it'll be all about trying to salvage something. No holds barred, all guns blazing. Trying to go out in style against Melbourne City. That's a big task, isn't it, for United City, because Melbourne are still going for top spot in the group. Just get it in there. Hartman crosses with his left foot, and there's going to be absolutely no urgency to bring that down and play it out. We're in the last 5 minutes now. Lee Seok-hyun, Lee Seong-gol, huge cross, too big. You don't really expect that from one of your replacements. Kim Tae-hyun tried his best to chase it down, but nothing doing. Jeonnam, oh. How full with the centre half is here, Robertson. Hartman plays it short. Ott. And the lift over the top. Well, Robertson had carried on his run. He fancies getting on the end of one of these late crosses, you know. He did get on the end of it, didn't he? But there's not sufficient meat on that contact. It's safely in the midriff of Kim Das-sul. That would have been some captain's goal from Alan Robertson. Trying to make amends for his mistake earlier. And there's been a lot of positives to take from this match for United City coach Jason With. But the one thing they would have wanted, points, it seems, is set to elude them. Well, they're still hanging on in there in the group. Jeonnam, they cling on to this result, moves them on to 7 points. That's 2 behind Melbourne City. 4 behind Pathum United, who are top of the group, but they could at least beat Pathum, get on to 10 points. Potentially move against ahead of Melbourne. That, of course, assumes that Melbourne don't beat United City, but you've got to dream. You've got to hope. Pllana, good recovery. Yeah, they'll take that. Jeonnam. Tired challenge coming in. It's Grierson who just goes through Sato. And he looks in some pain there. He's clutching that right thigh. An impact injury. Hurts, but I think he's going to be okay. They live to fight another day in AFC Champions League Group G. Lee Seok-hyun. There will be 3 extra minutes at the end here. The ball over the top, that should carry through to Silva. Ott. Well, just breaks you loose for Sato Yuhei. He spots a runner as well. Oh, they could be in to wrap it up here. And the deflection on the shot from Park. Well, 2 chances to wrap it up. Park in Hyuk. A little step over, cuts in field. It's the trailing leg from Silva. Very good save that. Well, Park, he went round Silva. He saw his effort cleared on the line. He's now been denied by the flailing leg of the Canadian goalkeeper. Can't say they haven't had chances to make the denouement of this match a little bit more comfortable. Lee Seok-hyun. Lee Seong-oh. A good cross, finally. Finally, the second goal. Oh, it's Park who finally gets on the end of the cross with the end product that the build-up deserved. Right at the end here, United City are crushed. Well, so many chances have come and so many chances have gone in this second half. And at the very end, well, they make sure. It's a real poacher's finish, isn't it? Getting across the defender to just lunge at that and steer it beyond Silva. Terrific goal. Silva no chance, and for Jeonnam Dragons, they will say about time. It is at Park in Hyuk, off the bench. He could have had a hat-trick. Well, one will do. And now the focus will be on trying to somehow beat the team at the top of the group, BG Pathum United, for the second time in 12 days here. Jeonnam Dragons have beaten United City in AFC Champions League Group G. For the second time, Leonard Pllana was on the score sheet. His goal was the difference 12 days ago. It looked like being the only goal tonight as well, before Park finally converted a chance deep into stoppages. And I'm afraid it's played 5, lost 5 for Jason With and United City. It all went wrong for them when Kieran Hayes was sent off early in the second half. They'd been stoic enough until that point, but soon conceded when the Kosovan Pllana converted coolly, back on their heels for most of the second half after that, and succumbed finally when the substitute Park in Hyuk turned home across in stoppages at the end here. So the qualification flame flickers just about for Jeonnam Dragons. Win in their final match in the group, and they may still have a chance of going through. They've beaten United City FC here by 2-0.
ถัดไปครับที่สนามปทุมธานีสเตเดียมครับวันเสาร์ที่30 เมษายนนี้ครับ 18 นาฬิกาบีจีปทุมธานีครับพบกับเชิญนำดราก้อนและ 21 นาฬิกายูไนเต็ดซิตี้ FC พบกับเมลเบิร์นซิตี้ FC แล้วพบกันนะครับสวัสดีครับ